What's up, guys? Greg here. Thank you, as always, for rocking with me. Today, we're going to talk about how to use ChatGPT to make you more money, how to use it to make you more money, how to double, triple, maybe even quadruple your productivity. And we're going to do this in a very easy and simple way. Now, here's the reality. There are over 1 billion users with ChatGPT, and I think probably 95% of people are not using it in a way that's actually making their life better. They're using it now as like a Google search or for little party tricks and to do little odds and ends here. But like, you want to use this thing to be able to make your life better, to be able to help you make more money, to be able to help you be more productive so that you can have more time for yourself. And I want to show you guys just 3 simple ways that you guys can do this like right now. So I'm going to use this video. I'll talk about 3 ways, but I'm going to actually like open up my GPT account and just show you the difference between using it the way that most people are using it versus using it in a way that's going to be beneficial for you. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to open up my ChatGPT account. I'll put myself up here in the top right-hand corner. And the first thing is asking it smarter questions so you get smarter answers, okay? Like, one of the things that I see some of my clients initially doing when they come in is they're like, oh yeah, I asked ChatGPT to help me with like creating Instagram posts. Okay, so I'll say, well, what did you say to it? I said, well, can you help me create like 5 Instagram posts? I'm like, okay. I was like, well, that's not really how you want to do it, okay? Let me tell you who is your best friend when using ChatGPT. Let me show you this. You guys see this right here? You see that at the bottom right here? You see this dictate button? Okay, this is your best friend because this allows you to now communicate with ChatGPT like you were talking to a human, okay? So check this out. Instead of me saying, write me 5 Instagram posts, you have to give it context to who it is that you are, especially if you don't have custom GPTs, which is going to be one of the 3 that I'm going to talk about. Okay, so watch this. I'm going to hit this, and I'm going to say something like this. Okay, you are my marketing consultant for a physical therapy clinic that's targeting women between the ages of 47 to 55 who are struggling with pelvic health problems. Now, here's what I want you to do for me. I want you to help me give them at least 3 different ways that they can actually limit the leaking that they're having in their pelvic floor without having to go see a specialist, something that they can do right now without any medical provider, something that will get them a win with me before they actually pay me money. Okay, now, as I hit that, look at the bottom of it and watch when the text comes up. You are gonna see that it did it exactly the way that I actually said it, okay? I mean, I said like this. You know, I probably started it when I said like this. Okay, you're my marketing consultant. I can take that out. And now that's gonna give you so much more context for ChatGPT to work with. It is like a human, okay? It is intelligence. So now it's going to pull, and it's gonna start to give you so much better practical things that can help that person instead of just saying, give me Instagram posts, okay? All right, and I don't even think I said in here, did I even say anything about Instagram posts? Okay, so now if I wanted to, after it's finished with this, I could say, okay, now let's turn this into an Instagram post, okay? And I want this to be a post that is going to have a very strong hook and is going to capture people's attention and something that they will either save or they will share with someone else. Okay, do you see how I'm kind of giving it these one-offs, right? And giving it a little bit more context? Now, if I was typing that in and doing this, it would have taken me so long just to do the first one. I was able to do both of them because I used this dictation feature here, okay? So now it's giving me the different hook options. Now it's giving me, you know, things that I can kind of build on. And now you're getting super quality stuff from it, okay? All right, so ask smarter questions, get smarter answers, use the dictation feature here to be able to pull that off, all right? Okay, number two is this. Just because it gives you one output, that does not mean that it needs to be the end. Okay, I'm going to give you a perfect example. So I have used ChatGPT to actually help me write. I'm on my 9th book this year. Now, my first 8 books were smaller books, but I'm actually currently building out like a very robust book. Here, let me move myself over here. I actually pulled it up here. okay? And you can see right here, this is my first draft of my book, okay? And it's a clinician guide to multiple streams of income. Please buy it on Amazon. It's pre-orders ready. I'll put it in the description, okay? But you can see here that these are all things that it's helped me write. And that's great. But see, I think a lot of times people just they just give it input and say, okay, write me this stuff. What I did in order to get this is a 33,000 word book at this point. I understand I got to break it up into small segments so that you don't overwhelm the machine. Okay, that's number one. And then number two is I didn't just take what it gave me. What I did is I said, okay, can you make this sound more like me? Can you make this funnier? Can you make this part a little bit more punchy? And if you don't even know what to say, then what you can do is, I'll just show you here. I have an area where I did my edits. And so I said to it, can you read this part of chapter blank and give me 5 recommendations on things I could do to enhance my book based on your expertise? And then it gave me 5 different things. And from those 5 different things, now I can say, okay, I would like a revised version with your suggestions from 1, 3, and 4, 2, 3, and 5, 1, 2, 5. And it basically, guys, the more you egg it on, the better the output's going to be. More importantly, it remembers it. So you are only making it as smart. You're only making it as detailed as you force it to be. Okay. So don't just take the output that it gives you, give it more and more and more and more. Okay. And it's just going to make your life easier as we keep on doing it. It's going to make it better and better and better and better as we continue to go along. All right. Okay. So that is number 2. All right. Let's talk about the final one. And the final one I think is so extremely important. If you want this thing to make you money, if you want it to be able to double, triple, quadruple your productivity, you're going to have to create custom assistants from it. This to me is the game changer tool. It can double your money in a few different ways. I think there's 2 groups of people out there. Okay. You might be a healthcare provider, a therapist, that you have your own practice and you need help. Okay. You need help. And the reality is that these custom assistants basically can do a lot of the jobs of what people would be doing in your company for things that you need to do in order for your business to grow. Okay. It can replace people or it can enhance someone's role. Basically, they can get 5, 10, 15 times the output if they just learn how to use this thing to its advantage. Okay. I'm going to show you some ways that I personally use it. Okay. But also, there is, for some of you, you're not a practice owner and you need a hustle. You need a way to be able to make more money. Well, I can tell you this. We build these custom GPTs for clients. There are people that come to us and say, I need that because I need to either replace this person or I need to be able to add this role, but I don't have the money to do it, but I can afford $500. And they pay us $500 for us to do what I'm basically about to show you right now. Okay. And so I highly recommend that you guys use this alone. If you just did this one, this alone will rock your world. Okay. So let me show you here real quick. I'm going to go back over here to this copywriter. And this here is a copywriter that is custom done by us. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this right here. It's called Copywriter. It's using the model 5.0. I'm going to go here to where it says Edit GPT. All right. So let me show you something that I think is extremely cool and really powerful. All right. I'm going to pull up my iPad here so you guys can see this. All right. There are 3 things. Let me just get some space here. There are 4 different things that you need to do when you are creating a GPT. Okay. Number 1. Okay. You want something that you're not having to constantly tell it over and over again, everything about you. So what you want to do is when you're creating one of these GPTs, and I'll show you the process of where we put all of it here in a second, is you want it to be in your style and your brand. The last thing you want is for it to not mimic you and it to not have the same style as you, or it's going to be inconsistent in how you're presenting yourself to the marketplace. Okay. That's the first thing. All right. Number 2 is you want it to have a system that it's following. Okay. So the frameworks, okay, or your system, Now, I don't know what your system is, but it needs to have something that it's following. All right. And if you don't have that, then, well, if you're in my membership community, you can basically borrow ours, because this is how we build out the GPTs for you, and then use our frameworks and our systems to be able to put in all your GPTs. Okay. All right. Number three is you've got to be able to give it a specific job description. Okay. You can't. All right. I'm a big football fan. All right. Like, is it a quarterback or is it a kicker? Is it a linebacker or is it a punter? They all have different job descriptions. Like, are you on special teams or are you on defense? Like, are you on offense? What is your job description? What are you supposed to do? Like, I don't care how smart somebody is. I don't care how talented they are. If they are the wrong person for the job, they're the wrong person for the job. The beautiful thing with ChatGPT is that with these custom assistants, you can give it a specific job description. Now, let me tell you what I did. So what I did is I used to hire a lot of people within this company and my physical therapy clinics and my other companies. So I had an Indeed account that was paying a couple $100s a month to. So what I did is I'm like, I don't need this anymore. But what they do have on there is they have job descriptions. So you know what we did? And we ripped all the job descriptions. We were paying for it anyway. And now I realize that I basically have at my fingertips 400 different job descriptions that I can use for any role that I want to be able to add within my company. Whether it's a press release person, it is somebody that does social media for TikTok, someone does social media for YouTube, someone does social media for Facebook or Instagram, or does my paid advertising stuff, or does my emails, or does my text. You can have job descriptions for all of them. Well, you've got to use those job descriptions that you use for a human and give it to the custom GPT. Okay. And if you give it the job description with your style and brand, with your frameworks and systems that you know are good framework systems that will give you a result, okay, it's going to be good. And then here's the final one. The final one is you have to give it clear instructions. Clear instructions. And if you do that, then the better instructions you give it, the less instructions you have to give it during the prompts. But you can do this now with your actual GPT. So check this out. This is where we do this. Okay, this is an actual copywriter. Okay, so here we're giving it its instructions. Okay, we're giving all the instructions here. Here is where we are adding all of our brand stuff. We're adding all of the knowledge that we have that we want it to understand. Okay, and so all of that is going here, and that's where you are configuring it inside of the GPT. And then once you have done that, now it understands you. Now it knows you. Now it's getting your style and it knows what to do. Okay. Now here, those are the three things. And I would love to invite you guys to a training that I'm going to be doing inside of my membership community. And that training is I'm showing you how to build those things out. And I believe that you either can build this out to make the current employees that you have better and more productive, or you can use this if they're not doing what they need to do to replace them and save all that money. And then I think for some of you, you need a hustle. This hustle right here will make you $500 a pop. So I believe for many of you, it will double, triple, quadruple what you're making right now just by learning this skill set. And it's a very simple skill set to learn. I'm going to be doing these trainings this upcoming Monday, and it is inside my community. You can sign up for it at incomeaccelerator.ai/start. incomeaccelerator.ai/start. The community does cost a certain amount per year, or you can pay for it monthly. But what I'm doing is I'm giving people a free 14-day trial. You can at least come to that training. If you don't want to be in the community after, no problem. Just cancel it. No harm, no foul. But at least, like, I'm giving you something to get you started. This is what you guys need. You guys need to use this and use this to your advantage. And I truly believe this is how you can use AI to make some serious bread right now, to double, triple, maybe even quadruple your productivity, to make life easier on you. Guys, start doing it in these ways. Don't just use this thing for another Google search or to do some little silly party tricks or to ask it some stuff that you can ask Yahoo or whatever. Come on, man. Use this stuff to make you some serious money. All right. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one.